The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, good morning, hello, how you guys doing? Can I get a quick sound check really quick? How's everybody hearing? Is that okay? Yep, good, can hear sound, cool. Hey David, hey John, how you guys doing? I'm surprised we actually have a lot of people here right now and we only sent out the notification like 2 hours ago. So kudos to all you guys for showing up. I know you're excited to see the new features. It's pretty cool, man. The surveys, it's going to be a lot you can do with it. Anybody have any questions while people are still showing up that we can maybe touch on real quick before we jump into the good stuff here? Let's see. Can I survey the field with this? What do you mean, Juan? He's making a joke, but I don't get it. That's all right. He's kidding. Let's see. Is there a procedure on the site showing how to upgrade the software? Funny that you mentioned that, David. Dave, are we recording right now? Dave's sitting back for this one, you guys. I have had the most experience so far with the surveys, so he's going to sit back and he's just recording. I just want to make sure before we show that, David, Mr. O'Neill, that we are recording so that we can get that for everyone. Dave? No? All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys since you're here. And the question was asked if I have to do it again later, then I do. But it does take a little to still request. I'll show you what Sorry, I don't know. Is audio still there? Did it,
Can you guys hear me?
can you guys hear me? Muted and then unmuted, so I don't know if you guys can hear me now. I can hear
Yeah,
Dave,
Eric,
but not me.
yeah, Eric, your audio is real bad. Is your Skype like open?
No, I don't have anything open except for, oh, well, yeah, I guess I have some. Close that. Okay, I mean, I think I closed out pretty much anything. Is that any better?
Yeah, you sound all right now, but we didn't hear anything for the last 2 minutes.
Okay, basically what I was going over, it was the procedure of what we need to do an. Yep, it's cutting out on me again in here too. It tells me that I'm muted. Um, okay, if you can hear me now, I'm going to continue. If not, we'll work out getting a recording of this. But basically, I'm showing how to do an update. And you can go to wreckingballsms.com/support, and you're going to want to open a ticket, and you're going to do schedule an update. Now, with this update, you want to make sure you do a backup of your database. Okay, so most people have this type of cPanel. This is Bluehost. HostGator I would prefer. I use HostGator more often, but this is what my personal installation is on Bluehost. But you're going to go in here. Let's see. It's going to be similar on both. Where's the backup wizard? If somebody sees it, please holler. I know it's in here.
Files.
Dave, do you know where my backup wizard is? Files?
Files. Right under the words files.
Files. Yes. Right here. Backup and restore. HostGator, I think it's like backup wizard or something like that. But your hosting should have some type of backup like this. Of course, I get some crazy redirect. That's why I don't like Bluehost. Anyway, you got to have some kind of backup within your cPanel. Copying a folder and then like changing the name of it isn't the best way to do that, because doing it this way will let you do a full backup if you want, or the database, and you could do individual file paths and all that. So this will be the best way to back it up. And then if there is an error during update or at any time, really, you want to make sure your information is backed up no matter what, regardless if you're doing an update or not. But you can come in and restore the file that is given to you when you back it up. So that's how you back up your data for an update. Also, while we're in the cPanel, a very, very important piece of the update is the file path. If you request an update and you have the incorrect file path in your FTP info, of course, and don't pay attention to this, this should actually be the main domain for the hosting account. I have to have my IP here because my main domain is expired and I didn't want to renew it, but my hosting is still good. So if you go to your main domain and it's expired, sometimes you can use the IP, but really this should be the main domain name. Like my old one before it expired was ragingriches.com. That's how it should appear. No HTTP or www, and just .com. Now the file path, this is the important part, the website path. If you go into your file manager, guys are just showing up. We did start kind of early, but we are just going over how to do updates. So if you're familiar with that, then you're going to be okay. We're just kind of covering that for the new guys. But we were talking about right now, one of the most important parts of an update is making sure the file path in your FTP settings of your system, right here you go settings and FTP info. This needs to be correct. And the way you find that is you can go into your hosting. Now this is for cPanel hosting. Some of you guys have GoDaddy and it's a little bit different. But those of you who have a cPanel type set up for your hosting, you're going to want to go in. Let's see, it's still loading here. I hope the sound's working okay because the internet's still kind of slow, but it's loading up here. I want to show you guys where you would find the file path. So this is where I'm installed. So I would copy this whole thing and put it right in there. And as a matter of fact, you don't need that /. So this is how it should appear right here. Okay, and then this should be your main domain username the hosting username, and then the hosting password right here. And all that needs to be correct in order for the update to go smoothly, which is why we asked you to update or back up your files beforehand.
And all of that information,
What was that?
Eric, all of that information, if they've purchased recently and we auto-installed your system, that's already set correctly. You don't need to worry about it if we auto-installed your system.
Correct. Thank you. That's a good point. Yeah, if this is already filled in and you just purchased, leave it alone. That's what it needs to be. For those of you that have been with us for a while and have gone through this process, we just want to make sure that this hasn't changed or anything like that. Some people try and move. Right now, like I said, I'm under sell by text message. Well, you can't go into sell by text message and grab the folder of the SMS directory and move it to a different domain. It doesn't work like that. So, those are the kinds of things. And if something like that had occurred and it was by accident and whatever, and you guys need to enter a support ticket, those are the kinds of things we do need to know about when you do that. Don't try and hide that you made a mistake. We make mistakes too, obviously, but it helps us to know in helping you with your errors, what could have caused it or whatnot, because we do have 95% of the people don't have, when the settings are correct, we know there's lots of settings that could be different, but when everything's correct, the system works just fine. And that includes cron jobs and all that. So hope everybody gets that. Now, like I said, moving forward after this update, you won't have to do this anymore. You'll go into your members area and, it'll be set up for this, and you'll have a special page, but it'll just have a notification. You can update your system, click here to update, that type of thing. So it'll be a lot easier. Is this going to be recorded? I believe we are recording. I hope we are. We're trying. Sound is coming in and out, but we're trying to roll through it. And we do need to keep this rather short today, and we're about 5 after what we scheduled it for. So if you guys want to jump into the surveys, and I'll show you what we have going and what's different, unless anybody's got something else before we do that. The current download file, David, the file that we have available on the membership site is still going to be 3.6.7, I believe, right now. If you install that and you have all that FTP information in that we just covered, then we can update you to the newest 4.7.17. And you guys didn't miss anything. That's our personal numbering system. Basically, that's what's ready for the public and ready for beta now. So when you do request an update, just know it is beta, at least for a week while we let people, we've tested it, but we want to let other people test it and tear into it and see if they can find anything, which hopefully you can't, but we'll see. Any updates to SPS? I don't know if Ed is here. I don't think he is. Larry, we'll find out. We'll get a post in the forum or something, and we'll find out about SPS updates, where we're at with that. We've been rather swamped with a lot of work, but we're trying to get you guys, the best features and the best SMS platform, among other things. So, is there a full version of 4.7? What do you mean, Tom?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. I think we'll have a zip file up. If you haven't installed and you're looking for the installer set of files, guys, that'll be up in the members area tomorrow. If you've already installed, then you don't need them. You want to do an upgrade, obviously. But if you haven't done an install, there will be a full set of files over in the members area tomorrow. One thing we want to mention as well about this upgrade, there's an awful lot of people trying to get their hands on their software. We have theft attempts every day. Moving forward on the version 4.717? Eric, I think?
Yes, that's going to be the most up-to-date when you request an upgrade as of right now.
Yes. So you're going to notice if you're a geek, if you're the kind of person that's constantly pouring through your files and breaking shit,
They're here.
um,
I see them.
you're going to see more encrypted files, and that's for prevention. So if you've hacked your system, you may want to let us know what you've done before you request an update because something may break. So just keep that in mind going forward. If you're not a hacker, then this doesn't affect you at all. If you are a hacker, let us know via support, and if you have a special need, we'll do our best to accommodate it.
I see you, me. We'll take care of you. Just we'll take care of you. If you wanna start a fresh install like you were saying, just take the 3.6.7 and then let us know that you have the right FTP info in, and we'll upgrade you right to 4.7 if you want to do that today. If you do that today, like Dave said, those will be encrypted. If you have a special need, let us know before we update you, and we can get it for you. But those are going to be on request. We really want to lock down our software. We've been working really hard. It makes it more valuable, for you guys when it's not all over there, all over the internet. So, Simon, to answer your question, Simon had a question about UK compatibility with this update, and our confidence with it, or should say what should his confidence level be. Simon, we got to test it with you, man. We all live in the U.S., so when we make these updates and we make them, compatible with the API, which, in case you guys haven't heard, not to go on a tangent, but Twilio is going global now. There's lots of news about this, and we have to talk to our team to see how quickly we'll be able to enable it. But it will be global, not just UK, US, Canada, but everywhere. I know a lot of Australians are waiting for that. But Simon, we're all in the US, man, so, best thing we can do is update your system and then have you go at it, or, by all means, guys, we opened up in the forum. I don't want to navigate to there because I have lots going on already, but in the forum, we opened up a testing hub sub-thread where you guys are more than welcome to post your own tests in there. Simon, if you want to say UK testers, please, that type of thing. Nobody's really taken advantage of that yet, but, we get a lot of people saying a lot. It's hard to test your campaigns with one phone number, which it is because of opting in and opting out and different things like that. It's just a lot easier to have a group of people where you say, if you have $5 in your Twilio and you say, please text this to this number so that I can test my campaign, it's easier to do that. So that is in the forum of the members area if you guys want to check that out and take advantage of that. Brenda, it is okay to have the SMS installed on the root of your domain. If you do that, when you go to the login screen, so if that's the way you want to run it, that's absolutely fine.
Can you hear me?
Larry, I can hear you. Am I cutting in and out again?
No, show us the good shit.
All right, I'm showing you the good shit.
Okay.
I will do that. All right, and I'm showing you two form. Like I just said, all we did was say, this is the survey function, okay, guys? Most of you guys who are the most up-to-date will know loyalty and viral were just added. And this is the new one, which is surveys. And we set up two different, it's also survey/trivia. Okay, so I'll show you. Let's start with service. And I'm just going to go ahead and edit the option. Keeping up here. Okay, so we have a tracking ID, just like everything here. This could be used any way you want. If you are using SPS, this could be matched up with your client in SPS. If you're not, this could be anything you need to help you track your stats better. Okay, and the web URL we always go over. If you don't understand it, leave it alone. It's not a function of what makes this work. It's more advanced for developers who want to communicate with other scripts outside of Wrecking Ball. So for this, we're doing a customer service survey. So the keyword, I just put service. You get a welcome message just like any other campaign. We put thank you for taking the time for our shirt customer service survey. These are just here by default. Within your trivia or your survey campaign, you can have, excuse me, and I'll show you where, but you can have options. I'll show you that in the trivia. It'll make more sense. But these I just filled in because they do need to be filled in, but they won't get shown with this being a survey. And I know you guys are going to have questions about that, but when I show you both campaign types, you'll understand better. So then end message, obviously this would be the one that goes out at the very end when they're finished. So starting with question 1, I just put what was the name of the server. Because we chose custom answer right here, whatever they respond right after this question is going to get stored as the answer to this question. And I'll show you guys how the results are displayed, and it's really cool. And hope you guys like that part of it, but I'll do that in a second here. We could, like I said, we could add options. The way the options work, it's just like the polling feature. For those of you who are familiar with that, you would put what they text here and the answer here. So say you only had 3 servers or whatever, and you want to give them the choice, right? So they can opt in, or they can text back with one of these options. If it's trivia, the correct answer over here would be what you check. And we'll go over that part. So really, the custom answer is what we wanted from here to allow them to say what their server name was. Okay, and then we added a question. Question 2, how was your service? Also a custom answer. Now these can be set, just like the autoresponder, they could be set to days after, and then the time you want it to go at. So if you want to hold whoever has the highest score at the end of the week gets a prize, something like that, you can, and it can just run as one campaign, or you check immediately, and as soon as the answer for the previous question is received, the next one will go out. And then just from here, you can add as many questions as you want. Like I said, be either custom answer or add options. I think might be a good question spot here. Any questions as far as this?
I have a question regarding this portion of the training.
Survey type campaign. I'll show you the trivia one. Did I lose you? Am I out?
You're in and out all the time, for the most part. It's mostly good. Okay. It seems as when you're out sometimes.
Well, what's your question?
My question is, how badass is this?
It's pretty badass, man. And wait till you guys see how the results are displayed. That's pretty much like the icing on the cake, and I'm gonna make you wait. Some people might. I think I posted somewhere, and I'm not gonna say where now, so you don't go looking for it and lose focus here. But I posted a sneak peek screenshot of it, and people are losing their minds over it. It really does integrate very smoothly, and yeah, a lot of people here. These are pretty slick, looks great, awesome. Yep. We know we've been working really hard on it, and that's.
Yeah, and just to jump in here again, I don't mean to hog.
You've had to wait for it, but it. No, go for it. I need some water anyway.
All right, perfect. Grab a drink. Yeah, Larry says great for reputation management. That's exactly where we're at with this. By having the custom answers in here, guys, you're going to be able to collect reviews, right? You'll be able to collect multi-staged reviews. up to 160 characters, but that's a pretty good review. You know, it's actually about the perfect size for a review. So you guys all know about the WordPress plugins. Obviously, most of you probably bought the $9 blowout WordPress plugin sale, the plugins that we acquired from other people.
Which you'll be happy you did in the end.
Yeah, which you'll be happy you did. So we've already got some changes underway for the content locker that's going to make it much more robust. I expect that'll be done and distributed to you guys like by the end of the week. But it's kind of opened our eyes to some things. And so we've actually brought on a new WordPress plugin development team that's going to do nothing but that for us. I'm going to spill the beans about something here. You guys want to hear about my latest creative genius, my latest brilliance, the latest light bulb moment? Okay. All right. I get it. Here's what you got to do, though. Keep your damn mouth shut about it. All right, that's the deal. We've already got in development a WordPress plugin that's going to allow people to text in a review, and it'll be sequenced. You know, we'll be able to do some things with it, and then that WordPress review is going to get stored as a post under the new microdata format, which is the format that allows Google Plus and Google Search to scrape the website for rich snippets and actually pull star ratings, and that's how the Google stars show up in Google. And then it's also going to post to Facebook those reviews as well. No, it's not ready yet. We're probably about 30 days away from that one, but you guys will get it when it's ready, and this is the initial portion of that integration. You guys will have, obviously, first crack at it. So that's what we're working towards here, and that functionality will continue to integrate directly with the functionality of the SMS platform as well. So I thought you guys would dig hearing about that. That's what we're working on. That's why Eric's been driving the bus on surveys and trivia here, so that's why we're running the webinar Eric style today. So I'm going to shut my mouth again and let you do what you got to do. Yeah, did you find one there? I see on the screen. Scroll down. See, nobody's doing this. Like, that's the thing. Nobody's using this schema microdata coding yet, and it's almost fairly rare.
We do need to actually get off at about quarter. What's that? I'll give it a second.
Nothing.
What'd you say, Dave?
Yeah, nothing. Go for it.
Yeah, we got to get off at about quarter till. So we're going to.
Can you guys hear me? Eric, we can't hear you at all again. Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right.
Nobody missed anything. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I definitely knew I wasn't getting anything. I can see you guys, so when you guys can't hear me, yell at me and I'll stop, and I'll just wait until, I'll just keep talking until you tell me to keep going. But, okay, Eric, so we went over, yeah.
I'm leaving because that's what the problem is, I think, because we're probably both logged in as admins. It's probably screwing some shit up. So I've got it recording on another account on another computer, so it is being recorded, but I'm leaving as a moderator, and I think that's going to fix everything.
Okay.
See ya, bye.
Well, okay. Moving forward, if audio cuts out, give me a scream. I'll stop and just keep blabbing until you let me know I'm back. Nobody's missing anything here, so yeah, hopefully that'll help. Am I good now? Can I go on? I do want to show you the guys the good stuff and let you ask questions. Cool. All right, everybody's good. Let me move forward. Okay, so I think you probably got the general idea from the last one, but just to go in a little bit more details, same type of thing, tracking ID for your records, title of the campaign here, and keyword we did this time was animals, and we just did a simple trivia. You know, you guys can make this as long as you want. This is the same as the last one. Like I said, if you want to do a month-long trivia, and at the end of the month you want to see who got the highest score, you can do that. And I haven't even talked to Dave about this one, but he's gone. So I'm going to let you guys know. My next suggestion is going to be enter as many questions as you want. Have a choice here to pull from your question bank a certain amount for the survey once it's opted in. So you could have 100 questions lined up here, and hopefully, yes, we can talk about obviously uploading a CSV to easily manage that. But if we can upload 100 questions, but every time somebody opts in to take it, they're randomly selected 10 out of the 100, I think that would be helpful too. What do you guys think? Does that sound cool? The bank questions? That'd be cool. All right, I agree. All right, so basically the same type of thing. You got the web URL. If you don't need it, don't use it. It's blank, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You select your number, obviously, your keyword, and we just went with, thanks for taking our short animal quiz. These are where the correct and wrong answer messages are going to come into play. Since it's a trivia, these are our choices. And if you guys want to see how it shows up, you can text animals to 651-560-3906. If you haven't done it yet and you want to see how it appears on your phone, that's how it's going to run. So every time you get a question, question 1, what does a cow say? Here's my answer. You know, you can add as many options as you want. You probably want to test it yourself to see how the questions are displaying, because when it does display on a phone, at least when I've seen it, it'll say, what does a cow say? And then it'll be like something like this. Right? This is how I've seen it displayed on my phone. If you guys have tested and seen it differently, Ken, I don't know. Give it a shot. See if it works with UK. If not, we'll see why, and it could be just a function of it being a new survey feature, and we might need to look at the UK part of it. But give it a shot. See if it works for you. But this is how it appears on my phone, right? So if you have too many options, you may be looking at a multiple text here. And I personally haven't tried that to see what happens as far as the rest of the timing for the rest of the campaign. So I'm sure that will probably be something we might have to look at. But like I said, so this is, you want to make sure these are your answers, and they're going to have to, you want to be clear in your instructions, whether it be, you know, the instructions to the general quiz altogether, or in, you know, your welcome message. If this is the type you're doing, the response here to answer moo would be 2. All I would respond with is 2. Okay, so this option here is going to be what they respond with to select this answer. And if that makes sense, I will move on to displaying the results, because that's probably the coolest part, in my opinion. Fee, this, as soon as we get off this webinar, if you haven't already requested your support ticket to do an update, go ahead and request one, and make sure the file path and in your FTP settings is correct. And just, you know, you want to make sure you back it up, and then we can give it to you today. So just be patient with us if you can. We're going to have to update a lot. But like we said earlier, moving forward, you guys will be able to update your own system on your own. We got confirmation that the animals trivia works in Canada. That's cool. Across the US, across Canada. And yes, they do type just 2. for the example here, just 2. Tom, instead of checking immediately and you want to wait 1 minute, when you use this box here, you can do just like it is set up in our autoresponders that we have. You can do 0 and then minutes. You're gonna want to have to do 15 minutes out, so that it runs with the cron. As far as I'm aware, you guys, after you're updated, might want to do some more messing around with the timing on this. But you can do days out here and select the time, or you can do same day, and this would be your minutes box. And we'll need to update our tooltips, which we're going to do. But for now, that's what you have. Also, end message. I'm sorry, I didn't even say this, but the end message for trivia, you are allowed to do, that's it, thanks for playing, you scored, score. Like that. And that's not in the tooltip, and I know you guys want a list of all of these that we can use, and I'm sorry, working on getting this. Just realize it's different for each one, which is why we don't just have it all right now. And they've kind of changed a little bit from the beginning. But give me some time and I will get an entire list of these keywords that you can use. So yeah, you can do you scored, score, so you can tell the user right away at the very end what they scored on your trivia. If one of these, say at the very end you have all trivia questions and all of them are a select answer, at the very end you have custom, and the question is, you know, how can we improve blah blah blah. So if the rest is a trivia, you know, you can even do customer survey as rate our service 1 to 5, and it would be 1 poor or bad, you know, 2 fair, you know, and then the very end you can do custom answer. If you have a custom answer, this won't count towards the score at all. When you don't have a custom answer and you select the right answer here, it will count towards their score. So let me see here. I think the final message came before the yep for dog. Dale, we have really done, we think, the best we can so far as the timing of the messages. Sometimes it depends on carrier. If we have to make some adjustments as far as setting some kind of internal timer instead of relying on the cron, or something that, you know, we can do to improve the timing of it, we will. But as far as this beta version, we've done the best we can with it, and we're just going to have to keep knocking the kinks of the timing out. But for the most part, it should be pretty clear to the user, you know, what step they are in the trivia, if that makes sense. Do they get a chance to answer again if they get it wrong? No, Larry, not right now. That could be something we talk about. That's interesting concept there. Yeah, thank you, Dale. Gotcha. Yep, and we're gonna, like I said, we're going to be keeping an eye on the timing and trying to smooth it out. Yeah, Dwight said he got a yep after thanks for playing too. So we're definitely we'll take another look at that. I know that was a big thing that we had to actually pause for because it was out of timing somewhere else. But for the most part, it should be working okay for timing. Any questions so far, or do you guys want to see where all this is shown? And this is actually going to be in the system. It's not going to have to be in the reports add-on. It's all going to show in the system. Just purchase the system. What is the usual delivery time for the welcome mission? Johnny, you should usually receive your first campaign SMS, I would say no later than 30 seconds after you opt in, assuming you have everything set up correctly. Yeah, unless it's a provider problem, you know, or your bars aren't very far, you know, you don't have enough bars or something, but it's pretty quick. Tom, thanks, man. Wait till you see this next part. Tom says it looks good for beta. And we do want to make sure you guys understand that it is beta for this week while we let you guys tear into it, because inevitably, you know, we're going to tell you that it's absolutely okay, and you're going to find what we didn't, which is what we need, because we can't sit here at 10 hours a day and test it. But if 100 of you guys update to the beta and test it just a little bit, we should be able to get everything out. Okay, all right, everybody wants me to shut up and show you the results. And I will do that. So, sorry guys. This is the service one. We'll start with that because that's how we started, right? We have the edit action and the delete action, or we have this drop down. Now this is going to be all the I'll say score 0 because this was a completely custom answer survey. So you want to go to an answer here. Would you recommend this to a friend? If I get a coupon, I would. This guy's greedy. And he had a crush on our waitress. So you can see that all of the custom answers, if this was a trivia, I'll show you in a minute, but right or wrong would be displayed here. And you can see the timing of when they submitted each answer too. So if you're looking on a daily trivia, you can see who answered first that day, or at the very end, when they submit their last answer, you can see, or right here it says time complete, right? So it'll say, you're looking for first one to complete it. Well, this was our first subscriber to complete it right here. The send SMS is similar to the way we have it set up for the notifier as of right now. We'll see how we can make this a little bit smoother, but as of right now, when you hit send SMS, if you I paused for you guys. I'm not going on, but can you hear me again yet? No? Still not? No sound. Anybody? Yes, all right, I'm back. All right, don't worry, guys. I saw that you couldn't hear me. Where did I leave out the, where should I continue? You saw where I was entering this message? Basically, you choose your subscriber. Whatever message you enter in under settings, and then SMS info for survey custom message. When you click this, I believe this is my test, so I'll just do this. It says, are you sure you want to send the message to this number? You hit OK. So it'll send the message that you have set up in your settings under SMS info. Does that make sense? And there's a text that I just got. I don't know if you just heard that. I know that it would be better, obviously, if you could just hit send SMS and type it in, and boom, you're done. As of right now, this is the way it's set up for this version. No. Somebody said that I don't make sense. Okay, let me just cover that one more time. I know the sound was bad from the beginning. Okay. Larry, no, you can't send the whole group right now. Yes, I'm sorry, you can. Larry, so the way you would want to do that is just the regular send SMS. Right, so you would want to, Jim, don't worry, I'll go back and show you what I just did, but let me just show Larry, you would do the same thing. You would go send SMS, so that's how you would send to the whole group. Oh yeah, Kevin, I don't know how long you've been with us, but we definitely definitely try to improve and improve and improve and improve, and we're open for ideas and whatever you guys can. Um, whatever we have the resources to implement, we try to. And a lot of requests have, specifically come from this one in particular. Surveys was completely user requested, and the viral, all these extra features are user requested, and they're still being improved upon. Which I want to show you guys a couple more updates that I don't know if you've seen or are aware of. As far as where my UK guys go, right now for this next update, we have a London time zone in your scheduler, so you don't have to do -12 if you're in Ireland or something like that. At this time, you'll have to still do like an hour difference. But when we go global, obviously, we're going to try and include all time zones and allow you to do that. But moving for this update, you'll have that. Yep, Simon, I see that. We're trying, man. Like I said, we're in the U.S. and we're helping people with this constantly all day, and sometimes we just kind of get jaded by it and don't think, oh, well, maybe the UK users need this, And it really surprised me. I only got a support ticket probably about 2 weeks ago on that scheduler time zone, which means everybody that was using UK since it became compatible was just scheduling 12 hours backwards or whatever they had to do to make up the time difference. Nobody said, hey, can we get that? And it only took us, once we heard about it, about 2 weeks to get it. We tried to hold all the updates until everything was mostly robust, but nobody had asked. So yeah, just let us know if we can help you, and if we can, we will. And that goes for everybody, whether you're UK or US, it doesn't matter. If we can help out and add, we will. Can we get the campaigns to notify our client when they get someone on their list as an option? We can, using the lead notifier. Asker is campaign notification. Okay, well, lead notifier campaign does specifically that. It allows you to enter an office phone number and a message to be delivered when somebody opts into this campaign. Jim, I will go back right now and show you one more time in case you guys did miss this part because the audio was bad. For sending an SMS, oh, and I didn't even show you guys this, the results for the trivia. So you can see that it shows percentage answers right away and close them. What does a cow say? The response is moo. He was right. Obviously, you can see he had 100%. This guy's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Send an SMS. So you got 100%. You click this message. Let me know when I'm back, and I will continue once more. I want to make sure. Okay, I'm getting I am back. Is that true? Okay. It's every time I go to show you guys this one thing. Maybe you're not supposed to know about it. It's a secret or something. This is that message that gets sent out when you hit that icon under the surveys, okay? This would be the message that goes out. Like I said, I know it would be more convenient to hit send SMS and enter it right away. But this is the way we have it set up right now for this. And you can see here when I was testing, I just came in here and changed the message, and I went back to settings, and I went to, you're on this call. Man, lost audio again. Sound on. What does Tom have? When we try to go to a different page. All right, I will try to pause in between pages. Thank you, Tom. That is good to know. But I am here, correct, right now. We do have to wrap it up fairly quickly. I just want a couple more things I want to let you know, and then I'll take open questions for about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But Dave does need his go-to account for a very important secret meeting. But whoever left this response, I'm pretty sure you're on this call. And they responded, somebody spilled soup in my lap, right? So I went over to settings, and I'm not going to do it so I don't lose audio again. But settings, SMS info, survey custom message, right? And I said, sorry we spilled soup in your lap, here's a free coupon. I was just sending it to him, and that was it. You know, I saved it, and I came back here, I hit it, sent an SMS, and he got it. You know, and then I came to my reports, and I actually saw his reply to that SMS. You know, so you guys can be more interactive if you want. It takes a little bit more work to do that type. Do it, you know, regularly, unless you had a reason to, but he was kind of helping test, so I was kind of communicating through him through this little extra feature that we added to make it test. So any questions? Do you guys, I mean, I know I keep using sound if I have to navigate away from the page, but is there anything I could probably help with remaining on this page to wrap it up here? When I click the expand arrow, so anytime the computer has to think, I lose audio. Man, gotta love it. Can we have those survey results appearing in real time on the sidebar on the customer's website? Simon, man. It's a great idea, I'm with you. You know, that may be something that might have to go as a plugin type feature, but that's something we'll toss that one around. I like the idea, but that's a little bit more involved than just saying sure we'll do that. If you get me on that. Let's see, what happened to the stats/reports PDF thing mentioned? Pete, we do have. I'm not going to show you now because I don't want to make my computer think, and I want to keep you all for a few more minutes here. We do have now a reports feature that, because it's developed separately, it's an extra. I think we have it at $7 a month right now, and development for that is still in process. There's a post in the forum right now, guys. We're looking for suggestions for that. The extra PDF reports. We need to know what you guys think would be better ideas to display it. We're going to be honest, and we're going to tell you that we're stumped visually of how to display the information to you. But like I said, there's a post in the forum that will allow you guys to input any ideas that you have on the reporting feature. Mark, no, the reporting feature isn't for the legacy members either, and that's kind of everything that we've used to update on this system. You guys have gotten. The only reason the reporting feature is not included for legacy members is because it's additional. We had to have a different developer come and do that part for us, and he's going to continue working on the improvements and whatnot. So that's why it's extra $7. But if you guys get in now while we're taking suggestions from you, obviously you're locked in and kept at the $7 a month. And if it goes up, it goes up, which it will. I can tell you, once it gets better, it will. So, Sheldon, legacy members, we have a bunch. We've got a handful of people that were involved with this project from the very beginning. Are very lucky because they got in very low price and are getting all the updates, minus reports because I was outside development. But everything that we've improved this system on, they've gotten. So that's a legacy member. If you don't know, then you're not one, and that's okay. Just know that they helped shape and build this system as it exists today. and we appreciate them for that. If any of you guys are here, Simon, yep, I know you've been around, Simon, and Jay, yep, all of you guys, I know you guys have. So, like I said, it's not a big deal if you don't know what it is, and if you're not one, it's okay. It was our development group for this whole project, and we hope the legacy members are proud and satisfied with the direction this project's gone. It really what's it been, about 3 months? Wow, I think we're pushing 6 months, right? February, that we really made the big switch, and Dave became owner of this software and kind of even took it, I think, light years beyond what it was at that time. Excuse me. So you guys, do you have any other questions before I wrap it up? Like I said, Dave does need his account here, and he will need it shortly. Anything I can answer right away, that's an easy one. If not, forum's always available. We do now have Facebook. Yay, facebook.com/wreckingballsms. That's right, we are internet marketers now. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know it took us a while to get there, but you know, like I said, you guys were really focused on this project, and you know, 5 minutes out of our day to update our Facebook status page, well, for a while that was too much because we're focused here. But if you haven't seen it, upgrade tips. What do you mean by that, Ray? Upgrade tips? And Nikki, if you already have Wrecking Ball SMS, you can go to, I believe it's wreckingballsms.com/reports. And then that would be the way that if you want to add reports, you can. Okay, Jason, I don't want to navigate away right now, but I'm gonna try in 2 minutes or less to explain this. I meant to cover it. I'm sorry we didn't touch on it. The sound kind of kept us from covering it. Reply with name, I think, is what you're asking about. It's a new feature. Reply with name, if you have that checked and you have double opt-in checked, the very next response after the double opt-in message is going to be stored in the name field for that subscriber. So you want to make your double opt-in message reflect that by saying something like, thank you for opting in, can you please reply with your first name so we know what to call you? And then the next response right away would go into the name field for that subscriber, so you have their name, and then it would continue with the campaign as it normally does. So I hope you can understand that without seeing it. Like I said, I can't really navigate away, or you won't hear me. But I hope that helped, Jason. Got it. Cool. One more. This last one. Okay. Quick question about passwords. Are passwords stored both locally and in the licensing system? Mario. Great question. It used to be that we had to have your password because it was attached to licensing, the way it was developed. That is no longer the case. You may change your password. The email must remain the same as what is attached to your license. So if your Wrecking Ball SMS email is whatever that email is that you use to log into the membership site, that's what needs to be the admin email for your SMS system, but the password may be different. With that being said, when you do request an update, if your password is different than what we have, it's fine, but just make sure that your FTP info is correct, because we won't be able to check, you know, before we update your system. And like I said at the very beginning, that's a pretty important part, to make sure your website path is correct. Okay, cool. Well, with that, you guys, I apologize, but like I said, Dave needs his go-to, and it's a very important meeting, which brings more good news to the table for all of us. So thanks for coming, you guys. Check out our post in the forum on Help Wanted. We are seriously looking, and I know a lot of you did read that, and you're not being ignored. We have to discuss the next move, but we're looking to add some team members, and we need help. And we put posts in the forum to let you guys know what we're looking for, and what you guys should do next if you need or if you're interested in it. Voice sounds like Charlie Brown tune. That means it's time to sign off. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming. Hope you learned something, and we will do this again later this week. See you on the other side, guys.